The University of Colorado Boulder is a public research university located in Boulder, Colorado, United States. It is the flagship university of the University of Colorado system and was founded 5 months before Colorado was admitted to the Union in 1876. In 2015, the university consisted of 9 colleges and schools and offered over 150 academic programs and enrolled almost 33,000 students. 12 Nobel laureates, 9 MacArthur Fellows, and 18 astronauts have been affiliated with CU Boulder as students, researchers, or faculty members in its history. The university received nearly $454 million in sponsored research in 2010 to fund programs like the Laboratory for Atmospheric and Space Physics, and JILA. The Colorado Buffaloes compete in 17 varsity sports and are members of the NCAA Division I Pac-12 Conference. The Buffaloes have won 28 national championships, 20 in skiing, 7 total in men's and women's cross-country, and 1 in football. Approximately 1,500 students participate in 34 intercollegiate club sports annually as well. History. On March 14, 1876, the Colorado Territorial Legislature passed an amendment to the state constitution that provided money for the establishment of the University of Colorado in Boulder, the Colorado School of Mines in Golden, and the Colorado Agricultural College in Fort Collins. 2 cities competed for the site of the University of Colorado, Boulder and Cannon City. The consolation prize for the losing city was to be home of the new Colorado State Prison. Cannon City was at a disadvantage as it was already the home of the Colorado Territorial Prison. The cornerstone of the building that became Old Main was laid on September 20, 1875. The doors of the university opened on September 5, 1877. At the time, there were few high schools in the state that could adequately prepare students for university work. So, in addition to the university, a preparatory school was formed on campus. In the fall of 1877, the student body consisted of 15 students in the college proper and 50 students in the preparatory school. There were 38 men and 27 women, and their ages ranged from 12 to 23 years. During World War II, Colorado was one of 131 colleges and universities nationally that took part in the V-12 Navy College Training Program, which offered students a path to a Navy commission. Campus. The main CU Boulder campus is located south of the Pearl Street Inn Mall. It consists of academic and residential buildings as well as research facilities. The East Campus is about a quarter mile from the main campus and is composed mainly of athletic fields and research buildings. Architecture. CU Boulder's distinctive architecture style, known as Tuscan Vernacular Revival, was designed by architect Charles Clauder. The oldest buildings, such as Old Main and Mackey Auditorium, were in the collegiate Gothic style of many East Coast schools, and Clauder's initial plans for the university's new buildings were in the same style. A month or so after approval, however, Clauder updated his design by sketching in a new wrap of rough, textured sandstone walls with sloping, multi-leveled red-tiled roofs and Indiana limestone trim. This formed the basis of a unified style which was used in the design of 15 other buildings between 1921 and 1939. The sandstone used in the construction of nearly all the buildings on campus was selected from a variety of Front Range mountain quarries. In 2011, Travel Plus Leisure named the Boulder campus as one of the most most beautiful college campuses in the United States. Residence halls. Currently, freshmen and others attending the University of Colorado Boulder have an option of 24 on- and off-campus residence halls. Residence halls have 17 varieties of room types, from singles to four-person rooms and others with apartment-style amenities. There are several communities of residence halls located throughout the campus, and in a separate area called Williams Village, which is connected to the main campus via the Buff bus service. The university also offers residential academic programs in many of its residence halls. RAPS provides students with in-dorm classes tailored to academic interests. Engineering. The Engineering Center is located on the northeast side of campus, on the corner of Colorado and Regent. The Engineering Center consists of 660,000 square feet of classrooms, computing facilities, offices, and laboratories. There are 6 unique engineering departments, which are electrical engineering, aerospace engineering, chemical and biological engineering, civil engineering, computer science, computer engineering, and mechanical engineering. Rankings published by the U.S. World and News Report ranked the undergraduate engineering programs at 34th overall and 19th among public engineering programs nationwide. Graduate engineering programs at CU are ranked 34th overall and 20th among public engineering programs nationwide. This architecturally distinctive and modern center is home to the nation's largest geotechnical centrifuge, ion implantation and microwave propagation facilities, spectrometers, electron and other microscopes, and a structural analysis facility. CU Engineering houses many signature programs. The Integrated Teaching and Learning program gives students hands-on design experience in the award-winning ITL laboratory. The 34,000 square FD learning facility provides students and educators with a flexible, visible learning environment. The Design Center Colorado is situated within the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the University of Colorado Boulder. The DCC gives students hands-on experience by connecting them with faculty and industrial advisors on sponsored projects. CU Engineering is also part of the K-12 Engineering Outreach, pioneering new engineering programs for students and teachers at the elementary, middle and high school levels, and directing the National Teach Engineering Digital Library collection of free science, math and engineering lessons and activities available to teachers. Norlin Library. Until 1903, the library collection was housed with the rest of the school in Old Main. The growing size of the library required a move, as the weight of the books was causing physical damage to the floor. The cornerstone for the first separate library building was laid in January 1903, and a building was opened in January 1904. When the new Norlin Library opened in 1940, the old library turned over to the theater department, and was converted into classrooms and a theater. Norlin Library was the last building to be designed by Claude. There are 2 inscriptions on the western face of the building, overlooking the Norlin Quadrangle. Both were composed by President Norlin. The larger inscription reads, "Who knows only his own generation remains always a child," based on a Cicero quotation, while the smaller inscription on the marble just over the door reads, "Enter here the timeless fellowship of the human spirit." Mackey Auditorium. Mackey Auditorium is a large building on the north edge of the University of Colorado campus, near 17th Street and University Avenue, which plays host to various talks, plays, and musical performances. Andrew J. Mackey was a prominent businessman involved with the town of Boulder in the late 19th century. Mackey served as the president, as well as a stockholder of the First National Bank, an institution founded by another early CU supporter, Lewis Cheney. Mackey is credited with a number of landmarks throughout Boulder, where he was a carpenter and involved in politics. The auditorium opened its doors in 1923, 13 years after construction started. Mackey's adopted daughter, May, sued for a third of Mackey's estate, a case that took 13 years to settle. May was angered that her father left her no money in his will, while leaving $300,000 to CU for the hall's construction. The university eventually won the case, and a majority of critical construction on the building resumed. The building has a variety of architectural elements from various buildings around the globe that President Baker, CU's president at the turn of the 20th century, admired. The design of the auditorium is primarily neo-Gothic, with the primary materials being sandstone and red tile, like the rest of campus. The result is a unique building, with two large towers and sprawling ivy, that sets itself apart from the rest of the CU campus. Mackey was refurbished in 1986, with improved seating, custom carpeting, modern plumbing and an elevator. Currently there is an electronic bell system in the towers of Mackey which rings the hours during the day. Mackey is the home of two departments both in the College of Music, the Jazz Studies Department and the Choral Department, and it houses an art gallery which is open Wednesdays and to patrons during performances. The hall houses almost all performances by the Boulder Philharmonic Orchestra, the Artist Series, and the CU Opera. Mackey is also the home of many lectures including part of the Conference on World Affairs held at CU each spring. University Memorial Center in 1947. Colorado Governor Linus issued a proclamation to create a memorial to Colorado's servicemen at the University of Colorado, Boulder. A proposal to house this memorial in a student union building resulted in a remarkable fundraising effort. The University Memorial Center opened its doors in October 1953 with President Robert Stearns presiding over the ribbon-cutting ceremony. The UMC quickly became the central landmark of the Boulder campus. A 1964 addition created a new bookstore, conference facilities, additional dining facilities, and offices to house the rapidly growing student activities and organizations. The expansion was financed through bonds granted by student fees. The 1960s and 70s put the UMC at the center of student activism as students staged strikes, grape boycotts, love-ins, sit-ins, and walkouts. The UMC Fountain Court became a familiar sight to network television news watchers as the famous and notorious promoted the cause at CU Boulder. Entertainers as diverse as Ramsey Lewis and the Grateful Dead have performed in the Glenn Miller Ballroom. The UMC Connection, a student entertainment center in the basement, is a more informal gathering place, featuring pool tables and a small bowling alley. It also features Club 156, which hosts concerts from a local and up-and-coming bands. In 1986, students passed another bond issue to remodel the food services area. The Alfred Packer Grill gets its name from Alfred Packer, a famous historical cannibal in Colorado. Many exotic meals can be found here. Center for Community. The Center for Community, also known as the C4C by students, follows the distinct architecture guidelines of Charles Clauder and is a 323,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility that is promised to be 20% to 25% more energy and water efficient compared to similar-sized buildings. The facility was completed in September 2010 at a cost cost of $84.4 million. The building is originally bond-financed through the CU Treasurer and will be repaid through a combination of sources. A large portion of the debt, $47.4 million, will be repaid by housing and dining services, through room and board fees. Fees from permit and parking services will contribute as well. The center also relies on $18 million in donations, a goal which has not been achieved, but has become a top fundraising priority for the university. The building houses offices of student services including campus card services, disability services, and career services among others. These services have been relocated to the C4C from various locations around campus. For example, career services was previously housed in the basement of the Willard dormitory. There is a 140,000 square foot underground parking structure that contains approximately 365 to 375 parking spaces. Student study areas are located on the upper floors and conference centers are open to campus and non-campus affiliates throughout the building. The dining services offered within the C4C include a CU on the Run, Grab and Go, the bakery, a late-night dining hub called the WeatherTech Cafe, open until 2 a.m., and finally a central dining facility. This dining facility seats 900 and offers students up to 9 specialty dining choices including Persian, Asian, Latin, sushi, Italian, kosher, grill, salad bars, and desserts. Overall, the dining center is projected to serve around 1 million meals per year. Recreation Center. In 1973, the Student Recreation Center was built on the CU Boulder's main campus by the architect James Wallace. The funding to build the recreation center came entirely from student fees, which also funded the expansions in 1990 and 2014. The recreation center features strength and cardio space, basketball, volleyball courts, an ice rink, lap pool, dive well, fitness studios, climbing gym, turf gym, and an iconic outdoor pool in the shape of the CU Boulder Buffalo mascot. It is currently about 300,000 square feet and operates on a $5 million annual budget. The center is co-managed by the Division of Student Affairs and CUSG, CU Boulder's student government. It is located on the northern edge of campus next to Folsom Field. It is open 7 days a week and on average 16 hours a day, with most of its facilities available for use during those hours. Mary Rippon Theatre. The Mary Rippon Theatre is an outdoor theatre and the site of many cultural events, notably the Colorado Shakespeare Festival. The theatre was named after Professor Mary Rippon, the first female instructor at the university and one of the first female university instructors in the United States. She taught German and French. Professor Rippon was so popular with students that when attempts were made to replace her with a male instructor, the student body revolted en masse, and Rippon kept her job. Galleries. Norlin Library features 2 art galleries, several dedicated art spaces, and artworks on display throughout the building. The CU Art Museum features cutting-edge works of modern and contemporary art, as well as historical artworks. The museum's permanent collection includes over 5,000 works of art from numerous time periods and cultures. The UMC Art Gallery exhibits a variety of visual offerings ranging from student works created on campus to presentations of internationally recognized artists. Andrew J. Mackey Gallery showcases the work of both local and national artists and is housed in the historic Mackey Auditorium. Museums. University of Colorado Museum of Natural History has one of the most extensive natural history collections in the Rocky Mountain and Plains regions, representing the disciplines of anthropology, botany, entomology, paleontology, and zoology. It is located in the Henderson Building, named after its first curator, Judge Junius Henderson. The CU Heritage Center tells the stories of CU Boulder's past and present and is housed in Old Main, the first building constructed on campus. 7 galleries exhibit art and memorabilia associated with CU faculty and alumni. The Fisk Planetarium and Science Center features a 60-feet planetarium dome and produces laser shows, live concerts, and an ongoing series of public programs. Fisk also offers a hands-on science museum with interactive exhibits and space-themed art. Performing arts facilities. The University of Colorado Boulder College of Music presents over 400 performances and educational events bringing together faculty, students, and guest artists each year through the Pendulum New Music Series. They present musical genres including classical, jazz, world music, and new music. The University of Colorado Boulder Department of Theater and Amp Dance is home to the Charlotte York-Ari Dance Theater, the University Theater, and the Loft Theater, as well as Grierson Music Hall and the Chamber Music Hall in the College of Music. Over 20 productions are presented each year featuring student and faculty actors, dancers, choreographers, directors, and designers, as well as the work of professional guest artists. Student work is also showcased in the annual CU Boulder Fringe Festival, produced by Onstage, a student performing arts group. Visual Arts Complex. A new visual arts complex that houses the Department of Art and Art History in the CU Art Museum officially opened on September 24, 2010. The new facility houses programming in art history, ceramics, drawing, foundations, integrated art, painting, printmaking, sculpture, and integrated media arts practices including digital, photography, and video art. The building contains studio classrooms, seminar rooms, a wood shop with a CNC machine and metal shop, and a 200-seat auditorium. It also has resources for art and art history majors, including darkrooms, graduate student and faculty studios and offices, as well as 28 student exhibition spaces throughout the facility. Additional resources include the Visual Resources Center, the exhibitions program of the CU Art Museum, the Colorado Collection, and multiple computing labs. Atlas, the Alliance for Technology, Learning and Society, established in 1997, is a University of Colorado campus-wide initiative in education, research, creative work and outreach in which information and communication technology is the enabling force. Atlas programs bring together students, educators, artists, writers, scholars and leaders from the academy, industry, non-profits and government to create a multidisciplinary environment that contributes to the understanding of the interaction of information and communication technologies and human society, and to the realization of the full potential of that interaction. Current Atlas programs include a Technology, Media and Society Ph.D. Master's degree in Information and Communication Technology for Development, a Technology, Arts and Media undergraduate minor, a graduate certificate program called Boulder Digital Works, which is a multidisciplinary, project-based program designed to provide skills needed by employees and entrepreneurs in the digital communication fields. The Center for Media, Arts and Performance Outreach partnerships with K-12 schools, and the headquarters of the National Center for Women and AMP Information Technology. The Hill, a college neighborhood in Boulder, Colorado, lies directly west of the University of Colorado campus. The central street of the neighborhood is 13th Street, which features a variety of attractions including the renowned concert venue, the Fox Theater, and is nearby the Sink and several other attractions.